If you want to get accepted into any of the UCs, I'm going to do an in-depth breakdown of the UC application for beginners. First off, the UC application opens August 1st and closes November 30th every single year. Even though the application opens on August 1st, you are not able to submit it until October. And the deadline, like I said, is November 30th, so that's the latest you have to submit it. But I do highly suggest turning in your application at least 2 weeks prior to the deadline, because there has been many years where the site crashes and students lose their entire application right before the deadline. And if you're in community college and confused about when you should apply 1 year prior to you attending that school. So if you want to attend any of the UCs in fall 2025, you should be applying fall 2024, which is this upcoming fall. Second most important thing to know about the UC application is that you are only submitting one application. Even if you're applying to all 9 campuses, it's just one application. So you'll fill out the entire application, and at the end you will select which campuses you are submitting that application to. Although it is only one application, each UC you apply to does require that you pay an $80 fee to submit to that college. So if you're applying to UCLA and UC Irvine, 2 colleges, that's $80 each, so that's $160. However, some students may qualify for a fee waiver that allows you to apply to up to 4 colleges for free, which I did qualify for that, and it lets you know automatically once you open up the application and create your account. Half of the application will be filling out information that you already have, like your academic history, which are the classes that you've completed, the grades you earned, and which semester you took those classes. And it's super important to make sure your information in your academic history section is accurate. Inputting incorrect information, even if by accident, can cause a revoke in your decision. Other sections you'll be filling out are the About You section, which is just personal information like your age, date of birth, social security, etc. You'll also be inputting your exam scores, whether it's the SAT or AP exam, although you're not required to input AP exams if you did not pass an AP exam, so I don't think there's any point if you didn't pass to put it. And UCs are currently test optional, so you're also not required to input your SAT score. And there are a few writing segments on the UC application. The biggest one, of course, is the UC Personal Insight questions, which I could do a separate video on that. If you guys want, let me know and leave a comment and I will do that. But in short, the UC Personal Insight questions are mini essays you'll be required to answer for the UC application. But in the general UC application, there are a few writing segments that include activities and awards, and that is where you will highlight your extracurricular. And I do have tips on how to answer these, so I could also make a video on that if you'd like to know. I'll be posting tons of tips throughout this college application season about how to answer them. And there's also the writing section, scholarships and programs. So if you've earned any scholarships or if you've been involved in any programs like the honors program or PTK, or even programs like EOPS, which are more need-based than merit-based. Now that you have a solid understanding of the UC application, let's look through what they actually look at to evaluate and determine whether a student is qualified to get into their institution. How applicants are reviewed. This is on the UC website. And I've said this so many times and so many people come at me and say I'm wrong. It literally says this on the UC website. We look beyond grades. Grades are not everything. In fact, they have a list of, I believe, 10 different things they look at that are equally important. So if you have a low GPA, and you stick out in other areas, that could compensate for your low GPA and you could still be a highly qualified applicant. These are the other ones all moved so you could screenshot them. Just kidding, there's like 13. Wow, that's a lot. Another frequently asked question is if UCs independently make their decisions or if one decision from one UC can affect the other. Like if you got rejected from UC Davis, is that going to affect whether you'll get rejected from UCLA? The answer is no. They review each applicant separately and they don't even know the status that other UCs are making towards you. And a lot of students tend to think just because they got a rejection from a UC with a higher acceptance rate that they'll be rejected from a UC with a lower acceptance rate. That doesn't usually have to do with each other. Usually it has to do with the eligibility requirements for each UC. So for example, if you completed all of the prerequisites for UC Berkeley, but none of them for UC Riverside, you'll most likely get rejected from UC Riverside, but accepted to UC Berkeley. That's all I have for today. Like this video helped and follow me for more college admission tips and advice. I also offer a booking service if you'd like one-on-one help with your college applications or writing the UC Personal Insight questions.